What was your most memorable Minecraft world? A friend of mine made one called Cheesy, and it wasn't defined by crazy complex buildings, but rather by dozens of entirely self-sufficient and safe rest stops. Most of the paths were marked by simple 2-block high cobblestone with torches, usually just under the draw distance limit on his computer. This world was fucking massive. The only effective way to travel between some areas he built was through the nether, and in some cases, you'd have to travel for over an hour in real time to get anywhere. There were a few impressive structures. My friends preferred to work with the shape of the land and available local resources. It's amazing what you can do when working part-time. That sounds amazing. Yeah, we were less obsessed with building and more interested in what sort of landscapes were generated. We generally built stuff near these interesting formations. Mountains almost at the height limit bisected by ravines that went down to bedrock. Caves, grottos, island chains, generated stuff like villages and desert temples, whatever they're called, that ended up in interesting places. There was one central place where he started a map that was pretty well built up in a little valley with farms and storage/crafting areas, which connected via minecart overland to a village he built up where he worked on enchanting. The minecart was necessary because running in a straight line took about an hour in real time. We all worked about 25 to 30 hours a week and had a lot of weed-fueled off time to work on it. It was fun, but I'm glad I'm not about that life anymore. Minecraft is still great though, very relaxing. Back when Minecraft started 1.3 arc, when they added beds, I was playing with a group of friends on a server where we each made a small city with our base in it, and a minecart system to travel from one place to another. That server wasn't ours, but we never saw anyone else on it, not even the owner. Spent a few years on it, until the owner of the server privatized it. Edit, hey, thanks for the silver, bud. After this, we kinda all stopped playing Minecraft and went on MMORPGs and MOBA, so that wouldn't happen again. The 1.3 beta is the best Minecraft. Changed my mind. I started playing Minecraft just a bit earlier, with the 1.2. But the 1.3 had redstone circuits, and beds, so you could make your own base with electronic mechanisms, the trapdoors, the secret doors, the automatic farms, etc. blew my mind. I stopped right after 1.8 beta. I was too out of the loop to continue playing it, since the addition of potions, leveling, enchanting, etc. to best someone in battle is no longer a matter of skills. You can build your base and be beaten to death multiple times before you can be a contender to a fully armed player with enchanted items. My friend owned and ran the second largest survival server in Australia at the time, Crafter, on which I was a mod. Each mod had their own town, which players could join, or they could create their own if they had 4 other players willing to join them. I had a large desert town called Salora, which had some pretty skilled builders living there, and they made it look fantastic. This was until the owner and other mods decided to declare war on Salora. At this point, sandstone had just been added in and was quite strong, so I made like Trump and built a wall. It looked pretty sure to those builders. We defended Salora hard right up until the update came that made sandstone break super easily. At this point, Salora was ransacked and my town became a group of guerrilla fighters who led a stealth mission into the owner's town, built a series of strategically placed tunnels and blew the place sky high. When I was younger, I used to play Minecraft on the console with my mom and sisters. We had one world on creative where we would build. My mom loved building. She especially loved Lapisor and would go on creative and build houses and pools. I remember when she built a massive hotel made of wool, with each room furnished with pictures and beds. Each layer was a different color. It was a rainbow hotel. She once took an entire mountain, hollowed it out and covered it with gold blocks. It was completely empty inside, aside from torches. We named the world after it the Golden Mountain. Then we loaded up a survival world and her chest got blown up by a creeper. She hasn't played since. Back in the Xbox 360 Minecraft with the fixed world sizes, I honestly have no idea if current console Minecrafts have the same limitations. I had a world that was filled with castles of various designs, from demonic to Scottish to typical medieval, complete with a large mining system connecting all of the castles via a rail system, which also supplied all of the material for sand castles. Tweaked the settings until I got a massive mushroom biome peninsula as my spawn solely because I liked the color of the grass when it grew. Took days. With how much work I put into it, I really should have saved it all somewhere. constructed a whole fucking city under a glass dome, and next to it a stadium the size of the entire city. It took me an hour to build a giant glass dome underwater and clear the water inside. Then a friend comes in TNT. Are you me? My son was young, and he and his friends did challenges together, where they'd make superheroes, like large-ass statues. They were actually surprisingly good. He'd show them to me from time to time and I always thought they were cool. So one day, Gwenpool is there, but she'd been there a while. Cool, except I see something weird around her crotch area. I ask him, he doesn't know, so we go over and there is now one block of glass at that area, and we see a pig moving around inside her. I break the block by accident. I swear I don't know how you are destroying everything you built when you play that game, or I'm just crusty and old. Anyways, I do that, and the pig falls out, and then tons of animals start coming out. My son says, I didn't know she was pregnant before.